Piano Man is a talented guy. He's performed on Carnival Cruise Line since 2004 and has sailed around the world. And then the pandemic happened. But the show must go on, and Brad Alexander has taken his act online. I've heard so much about you, and you've been performing since you were 7 years old, but I can imagine that nothing would have prepared you as a musician for what 2020 ended up being.
I'd be lying if I was saying it hasn't been difficult since March. I worked for Carnival Cruise Line since 2004, and I got off the ship, I believe it was March 13th or 14th, and flew home from Texas, and had my next contract canceled in April.
You've found a way to still find an audience, even though everyone's physically distant. So what have you been up to?
Well, the first thing I did was I started doing a virtual show on Facebook Live every Wednesday night. A friend of mine, I played for her dinner, and she suggested that I advertise doing dinner in a show.
What has the reaction been like for people that you have performed for?
I did a performance on Saturday night, and we had such a good time, myself included. It was on Zoom, so it was live, and I could talk to them in between songs, which was more what I'm used to to do on the piano bar on the ships.
What is it about performing that makes you happy?
I'm really excited just to be heard again, and to perform and to bring some joy into other people's lives. The people that I perform for on the weekend, at the end of the show, the wife said, "I just feel normal again."
All right, I got my date right here. Harpo the Cat. Brad, we've been hearing so much about your singing, but we can't leave you, or I can't leave you, without hearing you sing yourself. So joining us now on Global News Morning with a performance of your song by Elton John, Brad Alexander.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. Not one of those who can easily hide. Don't have much money, but boy, if I did, buy a big house where we could both live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. Gift is my song, and this one's for you. You can tell everybody that this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that's done. Hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind to put down a words. How wonderful life is when you're in the world.
People want to hear more from you. Where can they check that out?
I'm up on Spotify and Deezer. You can find me if you look for Brad Dean Alexander.
Thank you so much, Brad. It's such a pleasure.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks a lot.